killing so many tens of thousands of Americans. So why Venezuela if the purpose, if the reasoning behind this, the casus belli, is drugs?
No, the reason is because, because he's illegitimate ruler of Venezuela, but also a lot of the drug trafficking actually goes through Venezuela from Colombia. And so there's a close relationship between the Venezuelan shippers and the Colombian producers, and that's how this stuff gets into the United States. And so I'm not saying that he is the only person involved in this. Look, there are cartels in Mexico, cartels in Colombia, cartels in Venezuela that are all part of this network that ships their poison to the United States. And like I've said, they've killed between 500,000 and 1 million Americans and over the last 5 years. And the United States government has done nothing about it. The number one duty of the American government is to protect its citizens. And in this case, we've been woefully inadequate.
Trump also said, speaking of Mexico, that he would be okay launching strikes in Mexico to stop the flow of drugs. What was your response to that?
My response to that is we need to pick up the phone and call Sheinbaum, President Sheinbaum. She's got protests in her own country now. Her people have finally woken up to the fact that she may be involved in this too. Look, the cartels that control the northern part of Mexico not only have been shipping this poison and facilitated the shipment of this poison into the United States, but also help with the mass migration of millions of people into the United States. Her government is no friend of the United States, and yes, her hands are dirty too when it comes to the killing of American citizens. And so I would call her and say, hey, you got 2 weeks, man, to clean up your act in the northern border, or else, I've got to protect my citizens. And again, President Trump has to protect the American citizens because that's his number one duty.
Have you seen any concrete evidence of narcotics on any of those 21 boats that have been targeted by the U.S. military so far? And if so, can you tell us what the evidence is?
I can't tell you if I knew, because it's all is a classified setting. But I can tell you that there's a high degree of confidence that those boats are filled with narcotics and that they are, manned by people that are members of these terrorist organizations. Look, let's give you an example. Suppose that was an ISIS boat filled with explosives heading into the United States. Will anybody have any problem with us blowing it up? Well, the fact is that those drugs that those boats are carrying have the killing capacity far greater than a boat filled with explosives. And so everybody's hung up about, well, it's drugs, it's not explosives. Hey, the drugs have killed a lot more Americans, far more Americans than any explosives have. And so, yeah, again, I applaud President Trump in the action that he's taken.
But just to be clear, aren't the drugs that are killing so many Americans fentanyl and opioids, not so much cocaine?
Yeah, but they're the carriers, okay? No, actually it's the carrier drug. So the fentanyl is actually mixed in with the cocaine and other drugs, and that's what's killing Americans. You look, like one grain of fentanyl can kill you. You get 10 pounds of fentanyl, it'll kill you. I don't know how many millions of people. And so, yeah, look, it's not just one individual, one cartel. This is a whole network. And by the way, it goes back to China too, because China produces 97% of the precursor chemicals that are used to produce fentanyl. And guess what? You can't sell those chemicals in China, but they incentivize it for export. So yeah. China, their hands are dirty in this too. So it's not just one party involved in this. There's a whole bunch of people involved in it, and we've got to look at every single aspect of it and stop it, because it's been killing Americans and continues to kill Americans every single day.
Republican Congressman Carlos Menes of Florida, thank you so much, sir. Appreciate your time.
It's my pleasure.
Today, a federal judge is slamming the Justice Department over what he says are serious missteps in the case against former FBI Director James Comey. The major impact that this could have on the case is next.
Who will be the CNN Hero of the Year? Vote now at